Welcome back to Keep It Good. I'm your host, Emily.
And I'm your host, Carly. So today we're going a little rogue.
Yeah.
This is our vent session today because we are both at it. We are at it and we have had it. Oh my God. How was your morning, Emily?
Our mornings are a struggle every day with my kiddos. It's hard to
Right?
admit because I want to say we always have good mornings, but
Yeah.
we just don't. And I'm talking about mornings where we go to school,
Yes. Yes.
school mornings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I don't even know. There's a lot of yelling typically. There's rushing. There's, I don't want to. And then I feel like they get on the bus and I don't know if they're okay, if they're mad, sad, happy. We do the I love you, have a good day kind of thing. But most mornings I sigh when I'm walking back into the house.
Me too. 100%. And I have tried everything under the sun. I mean, how is this like productive for them to like go off to school after we just had this like huge rage out? And then it's hard for me at least to like come back down. I mean, we had a whole other like idea of a topic today and we both showed up and we're just like, oh my God, like, we just spend
What
the
are we
day like,
doing wrong? What are we doing
yeah,
wrong?
what are we doing wrong? Like, why? Why? And I'm not like, are you strict or are you flexible? Are you like, my child tells me what they need type of parent? Like, what kind of parent are you?
I don't know. I feel like I'm a little in between. We have rules, but sometimes I let those rules bend and I don't know. I don't know what I am, and that's probably part of the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like
I need clarity.
I know. I know. I feel the same way. And
We
I
can't be
think,
the only ones.
no, and I doubt we are. I really doubt we are. But that's why we brought on like the behavioralist, the therapist. Like this year, we're trying to really just, I don't know, figure it out, like get little tools here and there. And I mean, I'll admit I haven't really put to life a lot of the tips that we learned. Like I have to go back and listen to them to like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to set this and we're going to do this and da 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 da. Like I have to put into more practice with that. But in the heat of the moment, it is so hard. Like Leanne is so cool, calm, and collected, and I am not
Yeah.
when I am triggered by, I mean, it's just the simplest things. Like sometimes I think, do they have ODD? Because it's like everything that I ask, it's the opposite that they want to do. Go brush your teeth.
Mhm.
They fight me. Then I say, fine, don't brush your teeth. Let them rot. You cannot, I am not allowing you to brush your teeth. All of a sudden they want to brush their teeth. It's like,
Yeah.
put on your shoes. I don't want to wear these shoes today. Fine, I'm going to donate them. No, I'm going to put on my shoes. It's like, oh my God, I have to use reverse psychology, I feel. Maybe I'm going to try that one
Ugh.
next. But yeah, I mean, this morning, oh, I mean, if that exhale didn't explain it to
Just tell
you,
it all.
I have no words. I have zero words to even like start to explain the struggle here.
What do
So
you think
annoying.
I know. What do you think is like the biggest I think for me, I try to let my kids sleep. Like, typically they wake up on their own, but, I try and let them rest. Maybe they were restless in the night or something, and I don't know, maybe they
Mhm.
weren't sleeping good, and I just want them to be as rested as they can be for the day of school, and then depending on the day, after school activities. So, I think part of our problem sometimes is rushing a little bit in the morning, or
Mhm.
they wanna have a chiller time, and, I give us 30 minutes to, get dressed and brush hair, ponytails, whatever they want, and just that, and brushing teeth and shoes and stuff is a lot. We can't even pull that together in 30 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, see, you got it harder. My boys don't give a shit what they look like. Like,
Yeah,
I have more like, can we at least switch the pants?
yeah.
My boys' pants all have like holes in the knees because they just love to run and slide. So,
Yeah.
I mean, every pair of pants just looks like garbage now. And I'm like, all right, it is what it is.
Yeah. My little one, and she's been like this since preschool. We have a couple little girls in our neighborhood who are the same age, and I'm so sorry to those moms, but she'll bug me, cry, freak out. Did they message yet? She wants to know what her friends are wearing to school.
Oh,
And the
that's too
worst part
tough.
is she doesn't even if I tell, "Okay, this one's wearing this and this one's wearing that," she still won't wear what they're wearing. So, like, why did you need it's not like you're trying to look like her twin. I just what? I don't get it. Like,
So
and that
funny.
will cause crying and tears, and if we prepare our clothes at night, she still might wanna change them in the morning. I just
I
this morning, I was like,
know.
"These socks aren't right," and it oh god. It's so
I
silly, but
know.
then my frustration, I guess, as a parent, as a person, as a human, I've never really been in a fight. I've said this before, I know I have. I've just never wanted to fight with someone as much as I wanna fight with my kids. Like,
I
when they're
know.
at this
Or
level,
need or
I
feel
can't
like you have to.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
it's tough, and maybe it's their age, I don't know, but some days are a real struggle.
I know.
I don't
I
know.
know. It's like I'm trying my best to raise
Mhm.
good people, you know, good values, and for the most part, I think they do, but it's like I don't know how many times I've said this, like, "Would you talk to your teacher the way that you talk to me?" "No, never." "Well, then why is it acceptable to talk to me the way that you do?" You know? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I should be looked at like the principal, you know? Like,
I'm the principal of this house.
I should
Uh,
take top lead, like, and it just never but then I look back at my own life, and I never got disrespectful until high school, you know?
or so we think,
Good point.
right? Because I know that I was tough, and my mom she was not a yeller by any means, but I'm always like, "I'm so sorry," because I know I wasn't easy, and I see that with my older daughter, like, I think that we're similar, are similar, maybe that's why we tend to have I have more issues with her sometimes, and my mom's always like, "Ugh, it's karma, Em." You know? And I'm like, "Oh, man. No," and she's
Oh.
like, "I'm sorry." She's like, "But you turned out good." I'm like, "Okay, so we're hoping there's hope." Like,
Yeah, see,
it's just you have to giggle a little. I don't know.
my memory is I was a good kid. Like, I did my homework, I showered, I did whatever needed to be done, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then some, I feel.
Mhm.
I think I'm living out my husband's karma
Ooh, okay.
because he was not I mean, his poor sister got hurt every time they played, like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So I always hear my mother-in-law say, like, "I am so sorry." And
Oh,
I'm like, "God damn it," you know?
but that's
Like,
interesting because you have the boys and I have the girls, so maybe they're, like,
yeah,
taking after how I was. And I had a wonderful childhood, like, I don't know why I was a brat, but I was, and I
I know.
remember.
Yeah,
I do remember.
you were a feisty one, but
So I guess it's my karma, I don't know,
I
but
don't know what it is, but I need a miracle. I
I
mean, I'm gonna
ugh,
try like I said, this week I am trying to flip things around. I'm gonna take new approaches to things and, I mean, that's the point of parenting. You reach like a new level every other week, and you
mhm,
gotta keep trying, you gotta keep experimenting with what works, what doesn't. I mean, at the end of the day, we need a good next generation, right? Like and that goes along with respect and good values and working hard. Like my kids, I had them shovel the other day. You would think 2 boys, they'd be like, doing better than me. No, they did like 3 scoops and they were like, "Oh my god, I'm so tired." And I'm like, "What? Are you kidding me right now? Like, have you met your father? He's like the hardest worker I've ever met in my life." And I am a pretty strong woman. And I'm like, "Where did you 2 come from?" In my head, you know?
mhm.
I'm like, "What are you tired from? You just did 3." And they're like, "Well, you made us walk around the grocery store with you, and that made us tired, and da 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 da." And I'm just like, "Oh my god." Like this when does that click in?
Like the
We're like,
whining and victim, like, they're yeah.
"Yes." Like, you think I liked going around the grocery stores with 2 wild animals? No, that wasn't pleasant
Yeah.
for me, but I still have to shovel because it needs to be done, like, yeah, we don't get to do things that we want to all the time, and I feel like sometimes the kids these days are so
Yeah,
entitled, and
I agree.
I'm not even raising them to be entitled, it's just like a generational curse, to just
Yeah,
expect just because so and so has this, I'm gonna need it too, you know?
right. Yeah.
Just I need like a spiritual guru for parenting and like please send
Yeah.
me something, a sign.
Send me a sign. I think that, one of my biggest goals is I want my kids to be grateful for
Mhm.
things and to lend a helping hand when they can't, not just to me, just
Mhm.
into the community. I want them to see where people need to be helped and to be able to help them or want to help them, whether that's, something simple like holding a door or seeing how there's people who don't have what they have and what can we do to help. And I try and make it a big deal when we donate or if we do Christmas presents for kids who have less, during the holiday time. And we've never done a
Mhm.
soup kitchen or anything like that, but maybe that's what we need to do next. I just want, they think one of the things my kids say, it's like kind of embarrassing, right? Like, oh, this is the worst day ever. And I'm
I
like,
know.
you have no idea what a bad day is.
Yeah.
Like,
But in their mind, they have no clue what the real world is, and I have
I
to
know.
always kind of check myself with that, because
Yeah.
like, I'll come home from the hospital, and I have seen the worst of the worst, right? And my kids will complain about their toast isn't toasted enough and there's too much
Yeah.
peanut butter, and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Mhm.
But we have given them such a safe environment, like, and I'm talking to
Yeah.
you too, that, like, our kids really haven't felt the need
Mm.
or the need to feel unsafe or so, like, we've done our job to protect them, but are we protecting them a little too much where they're not kinda seeing outside our
Right.
little bubble here, like
Right. Yeah, I don't know, and I'm not sure how to kinda
right?
get
I
there,
know,
but,
without traumatizing them and, like,
this is
bad.
the real world.
I know. I don't wanna do that either, but, like, it's just I was I don't know, like, I don't know how to go about that because, yes, I had a great childhood, it was very modest, we didn't always get what we wanted, but we
Right.
always had what we needed type of
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
But certain things did happen in my childhood that made me grow up real quick
Mhm.
and appreciate things really quick. And not that I wish that on my kids by any means, but I don't know how to teach that without experience. Like, how do you
Yeah,
teach
that's true.
someone without fully embracing it and knowing it for real? I don't know. That's like my biggest test right now is
Yeah.
like you said, we want to raise grateful kids and ones that help out. Um, and we do a lot of, things at the church and like helping out. And I think actually when we're not around them, I feel like instinctively they do that, so
Well,
that's
and
not a
that's
worry
yeah, that is true.
for
I
me
was gonna
too.
bring that up too, like, school and other places, they're touted as being very generous and kind and loving and help support kids that maybe need a little extra or
Yeah.
whatever, and I'm so grateful when I get those compliments of my children, but then,
Hmm.
you're kinda like, "Oh, but at home," or, the teacher conference, and you're like, "Are you speaking of this child?"
I
The
know. Yeah.
same child? And I
Yeah.
have many teacher clients, and almost all of them have said the same thing to me. The kids who are good at school, but then go home and have, meltdowns or whatever the deal may be, those are typically the kids that have the great home. They have wonderful parents and they're learning the ways of life because we're their safe spot. So they come home and they can just blah,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
diarrhea of the mouth, they're freaking out, crying, whatever.
Yeah.
And the kids at school who, like, are, acting out at school, that might be their safe place,
Yeah. That breaks my
So
heart.
yeah, absolutely, but that's hard to be like, "Oh, but why do I get
I
the
know.
not kind one? How come I get"
I
um,
know.
but I do know that when I do give my kids, even if they're having a moment and I maybe am not in the mood to give them a hug because I'm so upset with how they just acted or whatever, and I just, like, wanna send them to timeout, if we just take a second and, I'm hugging them, they're sitting in my lap or whatever, that's all they need.
Yeah.
They really do just need, like, a little TLC, know you're there, but that's hard in the heat of the moment,
Yeah. I know.
you
I
know?
need I'm so zen in every other part of my life except for
Well, that's
between
yeah.
7:30 and 8:15. It just it's my wild zone.
Roughly that time frame is rough, and it's funny because for both
Yeah.
of us, it's mornings mainly, um,
Yeah.
but also, like, with the implementing, like, all these people we've had on, it's been so good, we take notes, all these
Oh
things,
god,
but
yeah.
then it's like, what do you implement first? Do we do it all at the same time? Do we try this for 2 months, see if it works? Then we have to
Yeah.
maybe try the other thing, and
Yeah.
it's like taking supplements as an adult, you're like, "Is this even working?"
Yeah, right? It's trial and error every day. Yeah. And what
Um,
will work today will not work next week, so then you gotta pivot and try it again, and, like, I'm
mm,
constantly reinventing the wheel here just to
mhm,
see what is the best case scenario. My biggest thing is they fight
mhm,
so much, and it's like I've said this before, they're grumpy old men. They just "Meh, meh, meh," going back and forth, and it's literally the minute they wake up, and I'm like, "Guys," like, because then that just sets the tone, you know?
right.
It's like nails on a freaking chalkboard, but they don't even have chalkboards anymore, so they don't even understand the concept of that, you know? It's like, "Ah, I don't get it. I don't get it." But, like, I always tell them, "I'm not your friend. I am your teacher in this life, and I am
Hmm,
here to teach you good from bad, da 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 da," and I'm okay half the time with them using me as their punching bag. I'm okay with that
yeah,
every once in a while, but every day the past week, I gotta, like, sit back and, like, think, "What happened this past week that I need to, like, zoom in on, reevaluate, switch, eliminate, like, what?" Because we just, like, went off the rails, and I don't know if it was because snow days and no school and, like, being stuck in the house, going out for a little bit,
this
but it's
time of
like
year is hard, they don't have
yeah,
where we live, it's
for
freezing, so we
sure.
don't have recess and,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, that could be it too. And, I mean, we have been a little lenient on their food too, so, I mean, that it's a combination of things, but
Mhm,
today I woke up and I was just like, "Oh my god, I can't."
mhm.
Like, it's just some days and I got my period, so I mean, you know?
Yeah, that on top of it is rough.
Get away from me. Yeah. No, it's just, but, like, they're so good with the food. Like I just said, we were a little lenient this past weekend with the food. We
Mhm.
let them do, like, whatever, but I'm so grateful because, I talked about the Feingold diet and, like, all these things. If I were to tell you what my kids eat, you wouldn't believe me,
Yeah,
because I don't know how many parents I've talked to and they're like, "My kid would never eat that for dinner." Like, they only eat chicken nuggets and french fries or buttered noodles or whatever.
yeah, I'm the friend. I'm that friend.
You are my friend. You are that friend, for
I am that
sure.
friend.
But, like, growing up, I never had a choice in what was
Same,
for dinner, right?
same,
Like,
same, same.
my mom would say, "You like it or lump it. I don't care. You don't have to eat tonight. This is what's for dinner." And I've always kind of inherited that rule, you know? And there have been times, believe me, when I have made dinner and they have refused it and they went to bed hungry. They did
Mm,
not eat, and they would wake up, and sure enough, they would be so hungry that they would eat whatever was in front of them. And I'm like, I've been really trying to just teach them, like, food is fuel. Yes, the
mhm.
sweet treats are awesome every once in a while, but guess what? I'm not making 3 dinners at night. so that you can have your dino nuggets and whatever else you want. Like, that's
Yeah.
just not it's not happening, you know? Like, tonight we're eating we eat a lot of bowls, with, like, quinoa, chicken,
Right,
roasted
like, layered up,
vegetables.
yeah.
Yeah, all of the things, and
Delicious.
it's so good, but I'm so surprised at their ability to eat it.
Mhm,
When I first started, it was a struggle because,
mhm.
yeah, I was making, like, the little finger foods for them and not knowing, like, the hidden ingredients in it, and it was a little bit of a, you know, push and pull struggle here and there to get them to eat, but the minute I said, "Nope, this is what's for dinner. This is medicine for your mind, medicine for
Yeah.
your gut," like, and I flipped it around, I have no problem with food now, and for that, I'm gonna say is a win, and I'm grateful, and I am not their friend at dinner time. I'm not.
Ugh, I'm a short order cook. I'm
You
a something.
gotta
Some nights it's like, 'cause one of my kids doesn't eat meat really, the other one kinda does, so, like, I'm making scrambled eggs to get some protein into them, and it's just a shit show,
I
man.
don't know how you do that. I don't
I
know how you do that.
and I that's a mess up. That's
It's
something
not a mess up, you're doing what
well,
you need to survive, you
I
know?
guess, but we eat pretty clean at the house, but the kids, they only eat a couple vegetables, a couple fruits. One eats some meats, the other one doesn't. No fish. One likes scrambled eggs, one likes hard-boiled eggs. It's like, "Oh my god," but I'm trying to get into them as much health stuff as I can, but they don't like cooked things, and they don't
What?
Oh.
You're letting them
It's
rule the
just
house
crazy. I
there, it sounds
totally am,
like.
and my husband will agree. He's just like, "This is ridiculous."
I would
But
experiment over summer, and just
I
be
think
like,
we have to, yeah. I have
yeah,
to. That's gotta change for sure.
yeah, and just
It's
say, like,
bad.
say you don't have to finish it. One thing I always say, like, yeah, I'll put on some interesting ingredients, and I'll put them on their plate, and I'll say, "You don't have to eat it, but I want you to at least try it,"
Mhm,
like, just take one bite. If you hate it, okay, don't eat it.
mhm.
9 times out of 10, they look at it in disgust, they take a bite, and they're like, "Wow, I love this." Like,
Yeah.
you ask my 8-year-old what his favorite thing for dinner is, and he'll say Brussels sprouts and, like, all this he's like an old man, he's got a weird old man palate, it's quite funny.
It's
Like,
so great, though. They're eating whole foods, and it's just so good.
yeah. No,
We
I
have
mean,
whole
that part's
foods,
good.
but we're only eating
Half.
carrots, peppers,
Uncooked.
and
Uncooked
yeah,
whole food.
just sliced on the
You should
side.
check their blood type because I
I
guarantee
know.
whoever doesn't want
Right.
meat is my blood type because I
Yeah.
can relate. Yeah. She's gotta be A positive. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bet 20
Isn't that
bucks.
bad? I don't know. I have to look. My
I
husband
mean,
has it
I
all down. I'm always like,
I
"What blood
only
type
know
am
the
I?
little
What
ones.
blood type am
I know.
I?"
I know. Well, I learned if you ever donated blood at the Red
Mhm.
Cross, you can call and ask what your blood type is, and
Hmm.
they have it on record. I think it maybe goes back every 5 years maybe or
Yeah.
so, but
This should definitely be something that's in my notes.
oh, for sure. Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, there's just so many things these days, like, that we're like, how about phones? Are you getting your kids a phone? Because I sure as hell not.
Oh,
Like,
no. No, ma'am. But that's, to each their own. Some people think their kids can have fun, and that's fine. My kids, no. No, 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 no.
yeah, no, I'm not handing over a computer for
At
them.
least not for a lot, as long as we feel like we can hold out. I've heard recently of people, like, having I don't know if they're, like, burner phones, I don't know what they call them these days, but, like, they just have, like, a phone or 2,
Yeah,
like, they're cell phones, but, like, house phones, so, like, if a kid is going, like, out to go skiing, ski club or something with school or whatever it is, they have something so they can, call if they needed something or if somebody was
oh,
hurt or
yeah.
like, I get that.
I can get on board
I
with that
do.
one.
But
Yeah,
also at a certain age, because
yeah.
before that, maybe a watch so I can, like,
Mhm.
know where you are. But I have, clients and different people told me some really neat things that are out there to kind of and some of the kids like to see, like, "Oh, I walked this far today," and, but it can
Yeah.
only let them talk to 5 people, mom, dad,
It
grandma, uh,
yeah.
a cousin and a friend or something, whatever.
That's
Um,
realistic.
that's
That is
realistic, yes.
100%. I could actually get on board with that.
Mhm.
I'm getting a landline put in for the
I
house. We
think that's a
had
great
one,
idea. I think that's cool.
right? Like, we had one for so long, and then we just
Mhm.
never used it. It was just telemarketers calling left and right, and we got rid of it when we switched our cable, and now I regret it, and I want it back because growing up, I mean, I love talking on the phone, right? And my kids always wanna
Right.
use my phone to talk to their friends, and I'm like, "Honey, I'm not." You know, because then they're, like, they are so smart that they know how to, like, flip the screen so that the person they're talking to is looking on my screen, and now they're going through my pictures, and then they're going and I'm like, "What? What?" Like, "Let's rewind.
It's
No, we are
wild.
not." Yeah, and I'm not prepared to, like, hand over my life. Like, that is a computer, in my hand, you know?
Yeah.
And just with the whole, like, I've heard so many bad stories about Fortnite and, like, all these predators on these social media apps,
Right.
like, and it's just it's so bad. That's a whole other topic that I could talk about for hours on end. It's just the social media aspect of little
Mhm.
kids. It's not good. It's not good, and my kids will not have a social media account until, I don't know, they could pay me rent, like no, their mental health is too important to me to ever let them fall victim to that. It's just so
I know.
sad and so scary,
Aren't they
but no,
starting to
with the
change, like, the ages and stuff? I think things are
yeah,
starting I don't
I
know, because I haven't
just
looked into it, but
yeah, I don't even
no
wanna
way.
look into it for kids
Uh-uh.
right now. I just wanna keep them innocent, for as long as I can, but also show them the reality of the real world in a slight manner.
I know.
You know, it's a weird fine line being a parent these days. I feel like our parents had it kind of easy
Well, the
when we grew up.
technology, I think, is the biggest thing because we were, like, in middle school when that
Yeah,
started, so we did have the you go outside and you play with your neighbors,
yeah.
and that's what you did, and that's or you
But I
played a game or
feel like we had so much more freedom as well.
Hmm,
You know, like I'd be lost in the woods for hours and I just have to be home by dinner. Parents
hmm.
never knew where I was, what I was doing. And nowadays, it's like, it's just a whole different culture now.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
we're
like,
more helicopter parents in general, I think, nowadays, right? We wanna know everything.
yeah, 100%. Because I mean, you even like back in the day, I would get dropped off at like jump rope practice or cheerleading. And my parents, you know, they didn't have to stay and watch. And now it's like if you drop off your kid at soccer or something and they look at you like, well, you're not staying. Like, this is, you know, and you're
Yeah,
like,
right.
what? Like, okay, so, like, we took a step back from sports this year because it was like, "Okay, we gotta go and sit here, we gotta go and sit here, I gotta take work off now to go into this game on Sunday," and you know what I mean? It was just like, "Oh my god, where are the
Mhm.
days when after school activities was more of, like, child care?" You know, like, what? If I'm late from work, like, it's crazy these days, you can't there's no independence for these kids. I kind of feel bad for them in a sense, but, like,
Mm,
at the same time, I do. I just ultimately, I feel bad for them because everything is recorded on the phone. You have no privacy. Like, how many times were we at, you know, so and so's house when we said we were at so and so's house and
mhm.
never got back to them because there was no proof. Now there's proof everywhere. There's ring cameras. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's everything's documented, you know? Everything is,
Yeah,
but,
they're
like, yeah, no, it's just such a weird time, but my kids are definitely not getting a phone until they're driving, and they need it, you know?
right. Yeah,
Like I
it's
said, the
tricky.
landline yeah.
That's a good idea, though. I mean, especially if they start to stay home alone, like, once they're at that age where they can actually
Right,
be home, right? There should be something for
right,
them to call if they needed help or that all
yeah,
makes sense.
and I can't ever imagine the day where I'm, uh, comfortable leaving them home alone.
They'll also be in high school.
Yeah, like, what? When does that happen? That's just a strange thought. I've
Yeah,
let I've let my oldest one stay back when I, like, drive down the road to pick up the little guy off the
yeah.
bus, And he was like, "Wait, what? I get to, like" you know? I'm like, "Yeah, can I trust you? I mean, that's what I'll leave you there. Do you just wanna chill out, but, like, can I trust you, you know?
Right.
You gonna do some weird shit and, like,
Yeah. I'm
I don't
10
know."
houses down the street, but
Yeah,
can I trust you?
but it's so funny, like, I guess at this age, they're allowed to get off the bus without someone at the bus stop,
Mm,
and this is new to me, so, like, I was like, "Alright, well, what do you" I mean, because they don't come up to our driveway,
mm,
they come at the bottom of the street, so I have to, like, drive down, pick them up, drop them off, what all. And I'm like, "Do you wanna walk up to the house?" You know, and he's like, "Yes, oh my god." He was, like, so excited. I'm like,
mm,
"Alright, well, let's try it out." And it was actually, like, really working out well. It gave him a minute to decompress from the bus to home. It was a good little transition.
mhm.
For the most part, it works, right? But then he would get home. The other day, he came home and he goes, "Oh, yeah, Chuck gave me a ride home." And I'm like, "What? What do you" he's been hitchhiking with the neighbors when they drive by, and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
You
Like,
do have a big hill, though.
I know. I know, but then, like, the next like, 2 days later, be like I'm like, "Oh, so how was" "How was your walk?" And he goes, "Oh, good, Dan picked me up, like, halfway out." I'm like, "Stop asking the neighbors for rides. You're making it look like I'm, like, a horrible mom that's just leaving you on the side of the road," you know? I'm like, "Here, you wanted the independence, I'm giving you the independence," and you're just like, "No, yeah, I'll take a ride." Like,
He's so
oh
cute,
my
though. I can picture him
god.
being like, "Oh, thanks. Real
I
nice
know,
truck."
I know. I really like your car. He reminds me of the kid in Home Alone who asked, like, 75 questions to the guy driving, you know? "Does this
Yeah.
thing have four-wheel drive? Is this state law? Da, da, da." He is a cutie pie, but he does drive me absolutely batshit crazy, but I gotta say, after venting right now, I'm more of a giggly mood and less of a
Yeah.
sigh, you know, all the things type of mood when we first started, so
But
thanks
this
for
is
that.
why it is so important to have a village.
Yeah.
This is why it's so important to have people to talk to and to not be afraid or feel like you're failing or your kid's crazy or what's wrong. No one's going to judge you. Everyone's going, maybe not the same exact thing, but they're going through something. I can guarantee you there's some phase that the parent might not be stoked about.
Yeah.
And like it's it's good to vent. You can vent with your spouse but you're just venting over the same thing. So when you hear another parent, "Oh geez, well, let me tell you what we're doing and this has kind of worked." Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for our village because it's
Oh
just
my god,
nice,
me
and
too.
especially one of my best friend from work, Emily, she is the first one because 'cause we're together a lot, our daughters are besties too, and they dance together, and if she sees my older daughter having an issue, she'll hop in before me, and she can get
Mm.
her to calm down. I mean, that is worth its weight in gold.
Oh god, yeah.
And I
100%.
know my other all of our other friends do the same, but it's just so nice if you're like, "Oh my god, they can see the steam coming off my head," but they have the patience to know exactly what to do, and I hope that I'm the same to their children too, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like you need those people,
Oh, yeah.
and it's okay to talk about this, and you do
Yeah.
feel good. I'm ready to pick them up and can't wait to see them.
Oh, yeah. No,
Right?
I know.
Like, that's
Yeah, I
a
have
lot.
more patience with other kids than I do with my own. Like,
Mhm.
I'm a much funner on, all the things because you're not the disciplinary role doesn't sit on your shoulders
Yeah.
for them or your friends' kids, but you're right. I
Mhm.
mean, when you hear common stories from other moms or other fathers going through the same thing and you're like, "Oh my god, thank god I'm
Mhm.
not alone,"
Mhm.
like, it's not just us, like, we're not messing them up or we're not like, you know, it feels nice when you find your tribe and they
Yeah.
know exactly what you're going through and they have advice or, just a story to kind of match yours and make
Yeah.
yours be like, "Okay, alright, cool, so you get me."
It's like a little bit of friend therapy.
Yeah, always. But I mean, slowly but surely, I think these next 2 weeks, we're gonna start implementing, like you said, it's like supplements. Will this work? Will this not work? Today, I think I'm gonna start something when they get home from school with the 3-step that we talked about last week with Margot,
Mhm.
and just take it day by day.
So, one of our friends, she told me, because she had kids, before us, she said, "You'll have a phase, and then you actually kind of figure out the phase and what to do, but then that phase is over, now it's a new phase." And I've always remembered that,
Mhm.
and it's true, it's like, "Okay, kinda got this figured out. Oh, shit, now there's something else. Okay, now we gotta
I
figure
know.
this out. Oh, now we're already past that. Okay, on to the next one. Now we gotta figure that out." And you just have to be grateful, I guess, for the good days too, and, you know,
I know.
not always.
Because at the end of the day,
It's a bad day.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're healthy, they're happy,
yeah,
they're just typical kids, but it is hard to swallow sometimes. I don't think any household is 100% perfect, and it's okay to own it and admit that it's not?
yeah.
Well, thank you for listening and letting us vent. I feel better, do
Me
you?
too, I appreciate it, thank you, it was great.
Yeah. I'm happy we went rogue,
Yeah,
and I did find a quote
okay.
that fit pretty perfect. It's from an unknown, and this just made me feel better about myself. It says, if parenting feels hard, it's probably because you're doing it right. Amen.
Thank you, some validation.
Yeah.
Thank you, unknown.
And it kind of makes total sense because, yeah, I mean, I can be totally laid back and not give a shit if you turn out to be a little jerk. But in reality, I don't want that.
I
I
care
want
very much. I care
Right?
very
And I'm gonna
much, yeah.
do anything in my power to make you eat healthy, to speak kind
Mhm,
words, to be a good human being. And yeah, it might be hard, but that's the best thing we could do for the world, right? Is
mhm.
this next generation. We are not their friends, we are their teachers.
Love it.
Yeah.
Perfect ending, Carly.
Thanks. Well, thanks for chatting. We hope you guys can either relate or,
Help us? No.
yeah, help us this time. We're asking you for advice. But anyway, have a great week. And as always, keep it good.